Hello. Hello. Testing. Hello. Hello. It is I, Aliveus, here to entertain you this very fine evening. Wow, it is. Wow, it's actually been a while. It's actually been a long while since I've streamed. Wow, I've missed like this entire weekend. But it may be not maybe that long. Okay, it's like almost like 2 weeks of me not streaming, but that is for good reason. That is for good reason. But also happy to. That is for good reason, but man, it's just feels weird streaming again, not gonna lie, after like basically a lot has happened. Like there's been a lot going on in the span of like 5 days that it doesn't feel like it's only been 5 days. It's one of those moments where like so much happening you kind of forget that it's only been a few days. Like that type of thing. So it looks like 2025 is starting off kind of chill. No, not chill. Obviously there's a bunch of not so chill stuff happening around the world. We're not gonna get into that because obviously this is not the stream to talk about it, but I don't know. It's just been it's just been that you ever feel like 2025 is starting off like actually pretty slow? Think about it. Like I was just so used to like 2020s just going by so fast that actually having a year that progresses normally for once is it's kind of not normal anymore. That's man, that is such a thing, isn't it? Like this is like the first time in like 2025 where the year actually does feel like one. Like it's still the 6th of March. It's still the 6th of March, so the year is not progressing that particularly fast, and it doesn't feel like it's fleeting by. It doesn't feel like it's fleeting by for once. Like the 2020s has just been not so memorable in terms of everything. I mean, to be fair, we spent like nearly 2.5. We spent like 2.5 years of it just being stuck at home. That we kind of forgot what the outside world feels like. Kind of forgot just what the outside world just feels like. And now that we're back to the outside world for like 2 years now, it's just starting to slowly just like progressing. Like the day doesn't feel fast anymore, you know? Or is that just me? Maybe I'm the one that's a bit crazy, but that definitely feels like it. 2025 is like the year where a year actually does feel like a year again, rather than it just a fleeting memory like the 2020 is so far. But yeah, it's been there. Like at least in terms of like how fast time is moving, 2025 seems to be like a bit more on the chill side of things, you know. Like you can actually feel days pass by as days, and it doesn't feel like you just woke up and then it's suddenly like what 6 p.m. already. Because yeah, that's been what's happening lately. But yeah, so make sure to spend. So yeah, 2025 is starting to feel normal, shall we say? As in like time goes by in a more normal pace instead of like what 2020s feel like we're just super accelerated. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe it is just me. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows at this point? It could be just me. But yeah, at least things are slowing down. Like, not in most events, but at least it does feel like time again, and it isn't just like. But yeah, how are you guys doing today, tonight, or day, whatever you're watching the stream on? Hope you guys are doing very good. I hope you guys are doing very good. I don't think I'll be doing any games. Like, you may have noticed that I started on later than I usual, but that's because of many things. So my streams, at least for now, I'm still experimenting on like the proper time to like stream, but this could be the only proper time that I feel like it's appropriate for streaming is still at night. I should probably try daytime streaming since I'm actually more busy at night, now that I think about it. And now that I think about it, I'm more busy at night, so I might try like streaming during the day, because now that my schedules have been like sort of cleared up, I can maybe put room before streaming it during the day, but that's still experimenting. So maybe I'll try streaming it during the day like tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow, since tomorrow's Friday, right? That's probably not a good idea. But that's probably not a good idea. So I'll probably just stick to nighttime for now. But I should try to stream at daytime, so I have more. Given that at night the time is a little bit short because I have to wake up at like 3:30 a.m. I have to wake up every 3:30 a.m. so I can't sleep too late, and there's not really much time window when I stream at night. Like, I think I barely have an hour of like effective streaming time, which is relatively short. I mean, that's only half of my like on average screen time, which is around 2 hours. So yeah, which is around 2 hours. So yeah, for those of you who don't know the reason why I am super night and why do I have to wake up at 3:30 every morning, it is Ramadan. So happy Ramadan to my fellow Muslims. Hopefully your Ramadan goes swell for this month, and hopefully you catch up on your faith. Obviously, hopefully you do. Hopefully you guys are keeping up your faith, making sure you do all the I don't know what Ibadah is. Prayers, I guess. Right? Prayers, I guess. So yeah, make sure you do your prayers. Make sure to read Quran, do your prayers, and do basically anything. It is a holy month. It is your holy month, so yeah, make sure you catch up on your faithful stuff, faithful deeds. I'm just gonna call it that, faithful deeds. Faithful deeds. So make sure you do that. Very important now that it is the holy month. So yes. So yeah, that means it is the month of fasting. I eat at 3:30 a.m. and eat again at 6 p.m. All day I go without eating or drinking. So, which is probably why I'm not as energetic as I usually am, because I did eat. No, don't get me wrong, I did eat, but it's just that because of less food in here. So less food in here, less energy. That's the thing. So yeah, mostly just been spending the day just basically just trying to preserve as much energy as possible. But we do go out a lot actually, and we do some. But yeah, you try to spend the day just preserving as much energy as you can, keeping up with your prayers and stuff and all that. That's basically what you would spend Ramadan on. Like I've been just barely doing anything really. Like especially online. I've noticed that I've been like on the internet much less, which is good. Obviously, which is good. Like I don't spend much time on the internet, which is pretty good. Which of course are very, very good, because you're not, well, technically you can, just not exactly as much as you would normally. You would usually spend your time just really just reflecting on yourself, like, really just, reflecting on yourself. That's like what you would do, which is exactly what this stream is all about, really. It's just reflecting of what exactly we've done. I mean, for all the while, like, my channel has been growing slow, but honestly pretty steady. Like, honestly though, just pretty steady. Like, right now I have 204 subscribers, which is not much, but I still am thankful for you guys anyway that stick around. Like, I don't stream as often as I used to, like back in my early days, which is like in 2021, 2022, where I used to stream like, well, I didn't stream every day. It's just that every chance I get, I usually would stream every day, but nowadays I barely do that. I don't think I've ever barely do that nowadays, so yeah. Now I just stream every weekend, and even that is like a hit or miss. Sometimes I'm not available on weekends. It's a thing. Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, new Godzilla Kong movie apparently. Speaking of movies, there's not much movies coming out in early 2025 except for Captain America: Brave New World, and I have to say Brave New World was kinda okay. Like it wasn't the best Captain America movie, like especially like compared to like Winter Soldier and Civil War. Like those two are still like the best Captain America movie to date. But man, after that, I don't know. After that, I mean, it's not because of Sam Wilson. That's the thing. Like people say that it's because of Sam Wilson, but no, I think Sam Wilson's Captain America is a pretty good character. He's much more active, and yeah, but I think it's because I don't know. I think really the MCU, in my opinion, has kind of just lost track of its direction. Like nobody knows where the MCU is going, and that's kind of a problem because I think the next Avengers movie is coming up. I don't know when, but I think it's like 2 years from now. The next Avengers movie is coming up, so they better do something. Like it's really the problem. I think the biggest problem is that they don't know how to build up to like a team up or like a possible big bad. Like that's one of the problems is that where is the big bad? Who is the big bad? Like Kang, like early phase 4 and phase 5 is phase 4 and 5. They tried to hype up Kang as the next big bad, but they had to cancel that because I don't know the full story, but apparently the actor is just absolutely like a problematic person to begin with. Because the actor is like a problematic person to begin with, they actually had to cancel Kang's appearance. Like Kang's last appearance was in, I think it was Loki, or was it Quantumania? I forgot when is Kang's last appearance, but they had to ditch Kang because the actor that they chose to play as Kang apparently got some he's got some problems, so yeah, they had to let him go, unfortunately, which means they have to think of a new big bad. And I think they're going towards Doom because they did already tease who's playing Doom, right? Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. No idea why they picked him. I mean, he's a good actor, don't get me wrong. RDJ, great actor, but he's already Iron Man. Like, they have to come up with an explanation on why he looks like Tony Stark. I mean, to be fair, RDJ looks way older than he was in the Iron Man movies. So yes, his old age could, and with enough like makeup, you could make him not look like RDJ, or at least too much like Iron Man RDJ. So I guess that would work, but I don't know. I mean, there is the new Fantastic Four movie coming up, so I'm guessing that's probably when we get a proper build up to Doom. Like, a lot of people are really worried about the next Avengers movie because they all center around Doctor Doom, but Doctor Doom has no build-up so far. But with the Fantastic Four coming out this summer, that could change. Like, that could be the proper, like, stepping stone for, like, Doctor Doom to be formally introduced into the MCU. But again, I don't know. Like, the MCU is now kind of in, like, a sort of skeptical kind of part of its, like, time. Yeah, I think it's trying to fix it up. Like, it's trying to fix it up. They're not really referencing a lot of their like Disney Plus series anymore. I mean, I don't know. I really don't watch any of the Marvel Disney Plus series because, well, the biggest problem is that again, there's so many to catch up on that it's unrealistic. That it's kinda unrealistic to like catch up with all of them. Like now, like the MCU feels like homework. Back then, we just had movies, right? And all the movies connect in a more like digestive way, as in it's like, oh, you can digest this movie like slowly. You don't have to like really know everything from like a TV series or anything. But nowadays you kind of have to catch up on everything to like understand everything. So yeah, that's the problem. So that is the problem. So yeah, but you know what? I'm excited for Doctor Doom. I mean, Doctor Doom is one of the other most iconic Marvel villains. So let's see how they build them up. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strong movies like this year too. A lot of strong candidates. We got the new Superman, which will kickstart the new like DC universe, like James Gunn DC universe, which is pretty cool. And then of course we have Jurassic World Rebirth, which I'm very excited for because I love me dinosaurs. And then that's like and then of course there's How to Train Your Dragon. Now I'm not exactly like looking forward to the live action because I did see all animated movies and I've watched all the animated movies and the series, except I Except I haven't watched Race to the Edge yet. Like Race to the Edge, I have not watched yet. I know it's on Netflix. But I haven't watched Race to the Edge yet. And so when How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out, because it connects directly to Race to the Edge, I was kind of confused on some of like the stuff. Stoic's dragon in the second movie was like Skull Crusher. I have no idea where he got that, because all I know about Stoic is that his dragon is Tornado, the Thunder Drum. But they changed it because apparently in Race to the Edge he tamed a new dragon in Race to the Edge that I didn't get the context, but I did get the context and now I understand. So yeah, I've watched all three like How to Train Your Dragon movies, and big fan, by the way. Big fan. I love that movie. It's great. It's great. I think everyone can agree like How to Train Your Dragon is good. Like I've also read the books. And yeah, so I got all the knowledge here. I got all the knowledge and history of like How to Train Your Dragon, and I've read some of the books. I've watched all three movies. I've watched Riders and Defenders. I didn't watch Race to the Edge, but honestly, I've like watched every single How to Train Your Dragon movie after that, except for Race to the Edge. So it's like, yeah, okay. But man, I don't know. Like the live action, the trailers look pretty good. Like not gonna lie, the trailer looks pretty good. Like the performance from the actors in the trailers look pretty good, and the way they look is pretty good. Like Stoic and Hiccup look exactly like their animated counterparts. There are a few design choices that I don't like. Most notably is some of the blonde characters are not blonde. Specifically, like Fish Legs and Astrid are not blonde for some reason. For some reason, Astrid and Fish Legs are not blonde. Now, it could be they're trying to go for a realistic Viking look, but it's got to be blonde Vikings, right? Like, blonde hair has got to come from somewhere, right? So maybe some Vikings have blonde hair. Who knows? I mean, the thing is though, what's confusing is that they kept the redheads. Like all the characters that had red hair, they kept it. Like Stoic still has his iconic red beard. So I'm like, okay, why did you not keep the blonde characters? Like I don't know why they like in the trailers they decide to like not give Fish Legs and Astrid their blonde hair, whereas they kept Stoic's red beard. So like, just kept Stoic's like red beard. So that's like red hair and beard. So again, I don't know. Some of the dragon designs are pretty cool. Like live action Toothless looks amazing. I like that. But there are some that I particularly don't like. Like for example, the Red Death. The Red Death looks too much like a dinosaur, in my opinion. Like everyone compared it to like Jurassic World Dominion Giganotosaurus, and I see it, and yeah, it really does look like him. Like the triangular snout. It's mostly just a triangular snout. Whereas the Red Death in the animated version had a more rounded head. Like it's sort of, and it also had the underbite. Like I remember this. The Red Death had an underbite, but in the live action version, his underbite is either lacking or not as pronounced as it is in the animated version, which goes for almost every dragon. Like some of the dragons that do have underbites seems to have that underbite like undermined. That's a lot of unders. That's a lot of unders I just said. But that is a lot of unders I just said. But yeah, like for example, like the Monstrous Nightmare, that was too much like Crocodile, where it had a bit of an overbite. But the Monstrous Nightmare in the animated version had an underbite, like all the lower teeth like just juts out over the top jaw. So I don't know why they didn't keep that design. I'm guessing it's because of course this is more realistic, but since there is no animal, yeah, there isn't any animal in the real world that has an underbite. Except pelicans. No, even pelicans have an overbite. Like I was gonna say except pelicans, but even pelicans have an overbite. Like despite how big their lower beak is with that pouch, their top beak still goes over that lower beak. Like the point of that top beak still goes over the lower beak. So yeah, no animals in real life. I think I could be wrong. I know I'm an animal nerd, but I don't know every single animal. So there's a chance that I may have missed some. But I don't think an animal in like real life actually has an underbite. In my opinion, because underbites don't really serve much. The only ones I can think. Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, the only one that has an effective underbite is fish. Like a lot of fish has underbites, right? but they do serve a purpose. It's because they suck in prey. Hello, bro. Hey, Caffeine. Hello. Nice to see you, Caffeine. Nice to see you, Caffeine. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so it's basically the only animal that I can think of that has an underbite is fish. And even that, the fish, it serves a purpose, because fish, they suck in their prey. They suck in their prey. So, yeah. So, any terrestrial animal, I don't think has an underbite. Most of them have overbites or, like, symmetrical jaws, but I think most of them still have overbites. So, yeah, that's the thing, like, the live-action dragon designs, in my opinion, is lacking, because a lot of the dragons are missing their underbites. The Nadder is missing their underbites, like, they make him look more like a bird. I mean, I know Nadders are very bird-like in terms of their design. I mean, they got 2 legs, they got 2 legs, and they walk around like birds, like, their wings are tucked in, their wings are tucked in to the side, like a chicken. So, yeah, Nadders are bird-like, but, I don't know, like, the design of, again, dragon designs just feels, because I think it's the reason why it feels off is because it's more realistic than Toothless. Toothless, it's very faithful to the animated version, right? The proportions, the eyes, the expressions, but the other dragons just become, like, ultra realistic, that it kind of just, like, undermines. I wouldn't say, like, it undermines the designs, but it does feel the dragons look a little weirder, because they are more realistic compared to Toothless, which looks faithful to his animated version. So Toothless feels, like, a little out of place. I mean, to be fair, they do want to portray the dragons as monsters, because we were introduced to the dragons like that in the opening scene of How to Train Your Dragon, but we only grew to love them after the first movie. So they were treated more or less like monsters, and I think the movie is trying to portray them like more monsters, but that's the kind of deal. Like, that's kind of just the arc of, like, the animated movie, is that they are monsters, but they also are not. They're just animals. Like, basically the entire message is that they're just animals, you know? They're not actually, like, they're just animals. They're not actually, like, what's it called? They're not actually monsters as everyone portrays them to be. I mean, a line in the movie pretty much sums up the theme of How to Train Your Dragon 1, right? Everything we know about you guys is wrong. Like, dragons are not monsters, they're simply just animals. They're simply just animals. So, like, I don't know why they decided to make the dragons more monstrous. Like, that's the theme of the first movie, is that they are... Even the first movie is that we learn that the dragons are not monsters, they're just animals, just relying on their instinct. It's just that, yeah, they can breathe fire, yeah, they can fly, breathe fire, but they're just animals at the end of the day. So, yeah. I don't know, but I'm still gonna watch it, because obviously it's How to Train Your Dragon. Been a fan since I first watched it back in 2010. I mean, I know, was it 29? Was it 09? I forgot. I think it was, like, 2009 when it came out, but I didn't watch it in theaters the first time. I definitely watched it at first in, like, home media release back in, was it 2011? 2012? I forgot. But that's, like, my first introduction to the movie was, like, around that time. It was, like, a few years after its theatrical release. 4 years after its theatrical release. So, yeah, that's pretty much where it ends. And that's pretty much where it does end. And ever since then, I've just been a big fan of like, the movies. Because I just like, first of all, I just like the animation style. The animation style is really good. The story is really good. And, yeah, I just like it. And it's been a while since I've watched How to Train Your Dragon. Now I feel like I gotta rewatch it. I mean, to be fair, I've been rewatching a lot of older, like, early 2000s movie as of late. Like, for example, I've been rewatching the Pirates of the Caribbean series, the original trilogy. I've been watching the original Pirates trilogy, and yeah, I forgot just how funny Pirates is. I forgot just how, like, funny Pirates is. Like, I watched recently, the one I watch is Dead Man's Chest, and yeah, again, I just forgot just how funny Pirates of the Caribbean can absolutely be, you know? Can absolutely be. And it's really, I think that's kind of missing from today's movies, is that they lack that charm. They lack that charm that makes them great, you know? That makes them, like, great, you know? It's like in the early 2000 movies had that blend of seriousness and comedy that just goes well, like, naturally. Like, you don't see them forced. Like, a lot of 2020 movies, I believe, some of the more, like, funny comedic moments seems like forced in. Like, yeah, we gotta insert a funny moment to keep the audience entertained, but that's not how that's not comedy works. Like, it has to work naturally. Don't force it in. Like, don't reuse jokes all the time unless, one, the situation actually calls for said joke. You know? For said joke. You know? That's... For said joke. You know? For said joke, you know? Like, I don't know. That's honestly what I feel like a lot about movies nowadays, is that a lot of the humor is just forced compared to like previous like 2000s movie where the comedy comes naturally. So yeah, and watching Pirates just reminds me of that time when the humor in the movie just works. Like, it's funny but also should be serious at the same time. Like, basically one of my favorite scenes was, you know, that scene in like the cannibal island where like the guys are like in that ball cage, and they're just trying to swing over in the cliff. That was the scene that reminded me just how funny Pirates of the Caribbean is. Because again, it's just so funny seeing just guys just swing in a circular cage trying to get to like the cliffside. And it's serious as well because they have a stake, right? They gotta get out of those cages before Jack Sparrow gets eaten. So there's a bit of seriousness and humor, and that's why. There's a bit of seriousness and humor in that scene of Pirates of the Caribbean, and that's why I find it so funny. The humor is not forced in; it works well given the stake of the situation. Given the stake of the situation, right? Given the stake of the situation. So yeah, I'm missing when movies are like that, blending like humor with seriousness, like masterfully like that. I miss that. I don't know what is it about today's movies. Like, I'm not really trying to blame anybody here. I'm not really like trying to blame anybody here. Like, whose fault is it that makes humor not feel like humor anymore? Because I think it's just a combination that people just don't have to. Like, I'm guessing it's because, again, in the early 2020s, for example, right? 2020, 2022, 2023, everybody was stuck inside their houses, not be able to, like, do life properly, right? Not be able to do life properly. So I think that's why. But I think in 2025, I believe everything seems to be going back to normal. At least normal. At least mostly normal. So yeah, that's essentially it. At least, like, mostly normal. That's what it is. That's what it is that it is mostly normal. And then so yeah, that's about it really. That's about it really. You know, I like it, and yeah, this stream is not gonna be too long. I mean, it's already been 30 minutes, and it's already like 47, so I shouldn't really make this stream way too long than it should be. Not because I do enjoy like a free talk stream, because honestly the free talk stream is like one of my chillest ideas ever. Like, I don't do a lot of these simply because I'm a guy that likes action. But you know, now that I have less energy to spend because it's fasting month, because it's how's your Ramadan been so far? Hey, Big Mike. Hey, hello there. Going great so far, actually. Very, very, very good. Very good. Been catching up a lot on my prayers and you know, all those faithful deeds that needs to be done. Catching up on that. Fasting has also been pretty swell. Like, pretty swell. It does take some time for my body to get used to not eating and drinking for an entire day, but now I'm actually, you know, pretty used to it. Not gonna lie. But it's been going great. It's been going great, Mike. How are you, by the way? Like, how are you? How are you, Mike? Hey. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can game. I haven't been gaming at all lately. Not gonna lie. Mostly because I have a lot of things. Again, mostly because I tend to, you know, not really do much, okay? Because obviously less energy. You know that. But also just been going on lately. Like, despite less energy, I've been going on pretty much. Like, I've been going up since Saturday. Like, Saturday, first day, decided to go on a little trip. On Sunday, we also did a little trip. On Monday, we didn't do much. On Tuesday, I had to do some stuff outside. And then yesterday, there was nothing much to do because nothing much to do. But I did go somewhere in the evening. My guitar lessons. Yes, I take guitar lessons. Guitar lessons at the evening, and then today we went out again for buy some clothes, for bought some clothes, and to spend time really. So yeah, we've been going out. We've been pretty active in the first days of Ramadan. Now that I think about it, now that I think about it, we've been pretty active this Ramadan, which is kind of, I'm not saying weird, but it's rarity. Usually on the first days of Ramadan, people tend to stay at home, get used to basically not having as much energy on a normal day. But yeah, but you know what? Let's just try and go out, and I think it's pretty okay. I like it. I like it. Like doing nothing at your house can get pretty boring. Like yes, you catch up on your faithful deeds, but sometimes it's nice to spend a bit of time. Let's spend a bit of time. Okay. But but yeah. Oh yeah. A bit of yeah. There's a bit of bad news, unfortunately, tonight, and it's that what's it called? Dion, right, from Hololive, is graduating. When exactly? But yeah, there's an announcement going on that yeah, Shion from Hololive is graduating. I'm doing great. Ramadan has been good so far. Hopefully, about that deal for the first time this year, this weekend, considering the weather works with us. It's the rainy season here in East Java. It's been rainy season, I think, everywhere, to be honest. I think, everywhere, to be honest. It's been raining, pretty heavily for the past couple of days, especially at night. Oftentimes when I do, Tarawih, when I do, Tarawih, it's, raining, so heavily. They're raining so heavily. So, yeah, there is. It's raining so heavily. So yeah, it's rainy season. I think everywhere, to be honest. I think the whole island of Java is in heavy rain nowadays, despite being in March. Although, despite being in March, it's been raining heavily. Although I think that's kind of stopping. There is no it didn't rain today, and yesterday was also surprisingly clear despite the clouds. The clouds has been really dark for the past couple of days, but it didn't end up the rain was super heavy on Monday and Tuesday especially. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is the heaviest rain, but now it's not raining. Now it's pretty calm. We don't know how long that's gonna be true. Hey. But yeah. So speaking of Shion, right? Shion is graduating. Shion from Hololive is unfortunately graduating on April 26th. So we have a month and a half. Yeah, month and a half to support her. So if your Oshi is Shion what's it called? What's her full name again? Alright, Murasaki Shion. You have a month and a half to essentially support her. But yeah. I don't think Shion has been active lately from what's it called from Hololive. Now that I think about it, Shion is one of those members that are barely active. So her I'm not saying it's not a surprise, but rather her graduating seems to be natural. According to here, it says that she's second gen, meaning she's been in Hololive for basically a year now. So she's basically things. I mean, I think Yago has put out a statement actually. But let me see. Yago has put out a statement. Has Yago put up a statement? Let me see here. Has Yago put out a statement? Has Yago put out a statement here? Has Yago put out a statement here? Hang on, Yago. Yeah. Here we go. Yago. He has put out a statement. Yeah, he did. Statement. You continue to support Hololive. Sincerely apologize for the concern. Yep. Calls you, says SAP. We provide. It's just like you feel lonely, sometimes leave. Provide support many areas of the Hololive. However, there's still some areas that need improvement, so I'm setting up opportunities to talk directly with the talent and working towards improvement. So basically, Yago is probably going to improve staff. Like, at least Dion hasn't said why she's graduating. Because a lot of people, because the recent graduations has been because of staff members, right? Saying that, oh, the company's direction does not line up with mine, therefore I'm leaving. Now, that is natural when it comes to businesses, obviously. Like, when you don't want to be part of business anymore, you might as well just, leave. So, yeah. We don't know. Like, I think when it comes to Shion, like, I don't want to assume anything, but I think when it comes to Shion, I think it's related to her health, because again, she hasn't been active at all lately in streaming. She's one of those members that are barely active, like, barely active. So, yeah. So it could be that she's probably not in, like, I wouldn't say good health, but she's not exactly in, like, the best shape, because of the simple fact that, the simple fact that she's been in Hololive for like 7 years at this point. She's considered a veteran member at this point, right? So she's considered like a veteran member at this point. And if she does like perform at HoloFest, I think her going to show up in HoloFest is probably gonna be the most it's probably gonna be the most proper send off. It's probably like gonna be the most proper send off is her having a performance in it's her like having a performance in HoloFest, which is gonna be like the most proper send off known to man basically. So, known to man basically. So yeah. Known to man basically. So yeah. Known to man basically. So yeah. I mean, I think everyone just can kind of see that Hololive is just changing. If you think about it, I think it's changing. Like, think about it simply because simply for the fact that simply for the fact that not Hololive, sorry. I mean, yes, Hololive. Simply because Hololive, I think, doesn't rely too much on doesn't rely too much on live streams to make money anymore. Like, I think their most profitable like thing right now is basically the most like the most profitable thing they're doing right now is live concerts. Like, they make a lot more money on live concerts now. Like, the talents are not really making much because obviously there's a lot of things. So when it comes to talents, you want to actually individually support them via super chats, which they do to make more of. Like, they do still make more from super chats compared to live events, because live events, and the reason they're doing this is not because of covers like really greedy or anything. It's because live events are expensive. It's because like live events are like really expensive if you think about it. Like, live events are super expensive. So yeah. Man. But again, just if she does show up in Fest, just give her the biggest cheer you can do. Now, obviously, I'm not going to Fest because it's Ramadan. It's Ramadan, so obviously I'm not going to Fest. But man, hang on. When is Fest? When is HoloFest again? Wait, let me see. Because if I can't make it, I could just play Idol Showdown. Just for the fact of celebrating HoloFest, right? HoloFest 2025 is on March 8th to 9th. Now it's March 6th, meaning that it's on the weekend. Alright. So there's still enough time for me to play Idol Showdown on Sunday. On Saturday, I can't play that because I'm going somewhere on Saturday. I'm gonna stay over at my grandma's again. spend some time with like spend some time with like my grandmother Ramadan. That's obviously a must. Okay, have you ever been to any VTuber IRL events on Big Mike? Yes, I did, actually, I did. It was in Komifuro on, like, last year's Komifuro back in November. Yeah, November. Back in November, Komifuro, I actually did attend it. I watched Unname's concert live when she performed in Komifuro. It's really good. Like, the fact that she sang an Indonesian song as a performance in Komifuro 19 is like, it really takes me back. Like when I like watch her concert in Komifuro 19, I was surprised she sang an Indonesian song. Like when I listened to the lyrics, I'm like, wait a second, I recognize that song. And yeah, she was singing a pretty popular Indonesian song, so that took me by surprise. Like the fact that she practiced that. I mean, not she, they, sorry, they practiced that. They, right? And mess up pronouns now. The fact that they practiced that, like the fact that they actually practiced that and went out of their way to like sing an Indonesian song, is like it blows me away. Like it blows me away that they are that dedicated. I mean, because they are Korean, I thought they're gonna sing, you know, Korean or Japanese song, but no, they went out of their way. They went out of their way to sing an Indonesian song. So yeah. So yeah, it's amazing. I was taken aback by that, and she did it good too. And yeah, she did it good too. Like her performance, their performance. Right? Sorry, I'm not used to gender neutral pronouns. Like I do apologize for that. I do apologize for that. I'm not used to gender neutral pronouns, but yeah, their performance is awesome. The fact that they went out of their way to actually what's it called? That to actually out of their way to sing an Indonesian song is pretty cool. I mean, I've been to how many Komifuros nowadays, right? Into how many Komifuros nowadays? I think it's like three or four. Three. Four. I think it's three. Yeah, I lost count. I think it's three. I did my first one in 2023, and then I did two last year. So it's like three or four. I forgot how many photos I've been to. It's like three or four. It's like three or four now, and I still have fun. My first cosplay last year I did my first cosplay in two conventions last year, by the way, in November, in like Indonesian Comic Con and I cosplayed a spy in both. I cosplay a spy in both, and yeah, I can see why people like cosplaying now. It's actually genuinely fun. I like it. It's genuinely fun. I might cosplay again, but I'm not exactly sure about that. If I have even time to make it. I mean, to be fair, it's not even that difficult since all I need is a vest. Since all I need is like a vest. It's like a vest and just to make the cardboard prop. To make the cardboard prop and really just get a brown vest, and then that's it. I will cosplay a sniper from TF2. I don't know why. I don't know why it's always TF2, but then again, TF2 cosplays are like like things. Like TF2 cosplays are like super simple. Probably that's why. Like I want to make complicated cosplay. I want to cosplay as a Helldiver so bad, but Helldiver cosplays is really hard to pull off because obviously I've literally got only one experience cosplaying, which is last year cosplaying a spy, and even that's a pretty easy cosplay. All I needed was a blue colored suit and it's a blue colored suit in it. Is Comic Con ID held in Jakarta? Yes, it is. Indonesian Comic Con is held in Jakarta, while Komifuro is held in Indonesian like convention exhibition hall, ICE, which is ICE. So yeah. back in ice. So yeah, it's a bit different, but yeah. Basically, those two conventions, there's a bit of a difference between them, right? If you want official stuff, you go to ID Comic Con. If you want fan-made stuff, you go to Komifuro. And yeah, and those are like the vibes that I get from what's it called? That I get from Comic Con and Komifuro. Which one should you get is which one should you go to? Depends on what vibe. Official stuff or fan-made stuff. Because again, those are different. Like Hololive official merch is sold in Comic Con ID. Hololive official merch is sold in Comic Con ID. So yeah, I didn't get it because official merch is pretty expensive. You should probably know official merch is expensive. Official merch is expensive compared to fan-made merch. Like a Hololive sticker costs like 80,000 IDR. One sticker, by the way, like not a sticker pack. One individual sticker is like 80 IDR, and I know it's official. Like that's the thing. Like I know it's official merch. That's why it's expensive. But yeah, but you know what's crazy about the Hololive merch is that the lines get progressively and more ridiculously long. Guess who? Hey Mujini, hello. Been a while. Hello. Been a while. Sorry, I haven't been playing a lot of Planet Zoo lately. Sorry about that. Now that I think about it, I kind of missed playing Planet Zoo. Especially since they got an update. But yeah, I haven't been playing a lot of Planet Zoo lately. Though to be fair, I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. Mostly because my HDD, Ramadan Karim. Also because my HDD is broken. Which events do you think is more suited for indie VTubers? For me, when it comes to indie VTubers, it's definitely Komifuro. Komifuro, you're gonna meet a lot more ID indie VTubers in Komifuro. Because in Comic Con, it's again Comic Con is usually big companies and official stuff, which is why it's more official. But if you want the indie stuff and really indie and fan made merch, you want the thing. I don't know if it's me, but your voice is glitching. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's been a problem lately. I don't know how to fix that. And so is your screen. Okay, the screen is an effect. The audio, however, I don't know what's broken. That's been like that for the past few weeks. I have no idea why the audio is such an issue. It's such an issue. The screen is an effect. So don't worry about that. The screen is an effect, but the audio, don't know what's up with that. That's been a problem that's been plaguing me these past few days. I have no idea how to fix that. I think really it's time for new PC parts, but you know, I don't have the money for new PC parts yet. Oh yeah, I should tell you guys. Sorry, but I already have to go break my fast. No, it's okay, Mujini. Just go ahead. Definitely prioritize that more than watching me, because you definitely need that more than, you know, watching some guy live streaming at 10 p.m. at night in here. So yeah, just go break your fast. Go spend time with your family. Much more important. Anyway, what was I saying about Mike? Oh yeah, right. Indie VTubers is definitely Komifuro. Komifuro is way more. Cause yeah, that's the thing. Like, Komifuro is way better for indie VTubers because you could connect much more, right, with fellow indie VTubers, specifically ID VTubers. But there are EN ones, like say Kuro. I think Kuro. Wait, no, I don't think Kuro has been to. Sounds like it might be a grounding issue. My mic does the same thing sometimes, adjusting how far you plug USB cable can affect. Maybe maybe that's, maybe that could be it. does the same thing. I mean, it's not just the mic; it's also other stuff. It could be a grounding issue. Like there's a lot of static electricity going on in my case. So that you could be right. It could be a grounding issue. I gotta know how to ground this bloody thing properly. Ground this like bloody thing properly. So yeah, that could be it. That could be it, honestly. But for now, I'm not really too worried. I mean, it's not really a major issue, at least. Like, yeah, the audio is a bit buggy, so I apologize for that. But I think if you just lower the volume you watch me in, it's not really that big a deal. Because here's the thing, you see the funny thing is that the glitching audio comes from when I use OBS. Like, outside of OBS, everything sounds incredibly fine. Like YouTube, the audio is okay, no glitchiness, and gaming, no glitchiness outside of OBS. Like, this is only a problem once I use OBS. So that's the thing. That's what's peculiar. It's only an issue if I use OBS or any recording software. Or any recording software. Like, that's it. Like, this issue is only prevalent when I use OBS or any other recording software. So, yeah. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it. I don't know why. Like, it's only an issue after. Whoa, wait, what? Demon Slayer? Oh my god, wait, Demon Slayer finale has just been announced. I haven't been catching up on Demon Slayer lately. I haven't even watched season 3. Like, Swordsman arc. I haven't seen the Swordsmith Village arc. I haven't caught on Demon Slayer yet. Dang, the finale is already announced, and the finale is already announced. Wow. Dang, really goes fast. Really goes fast, huh? Life really goes fast, man. I haven't been catching up on my anime lately. That's the thing. I haven't been catching up on my anime. Let's see. I should probably catch up again, but I should probably catch up on some anime. Like, the only anime that I've managed to get it, like, things is, what's it called? Is Attack on Titan. I finished fully till the end of season 4. It's pretty good, but I can tell why people don't like the ending. Like, it does feel like the ending leads to a cliffhanger, which leads to a sequel. And that's probably the problem with Attack on Titan's ending, is that it's framed too much. Like, I plan to watch a lot overall about it. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. For me, I just not been having a lot of time. I've been just focusing on, like, on, like, my things lately, my personal stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, I should probably mention, I've got myself a job. Yeah, your boy is no longer jobless. Your boy is going to have a job. Well, it's not going to be finalized until later this month, but yeah, just one series and watch one episode a week. Yeah, that's typically like the flow nowadays, right? Yeah, typically like the flow nowadays is that. Typical flow is that, yeah, well, that. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds came out too. One episode a week. I mean, I do that when a series is ongoing. I try to do that. I try to catch up like that. Like, one episode, 1 week. Hey, the day is spotted, then yeah. But yeah, but back to my topic at hand, right? Is that yes, your boy is going to have a job. No more bumming around for all. No more bumming around for what's it called? No more bumming around for Aliveus Duke. Aliveus Duke now has official job. So yeah, Ramadan success. Hey, thank you, Big Mike. Thank you, Big Mike. But yeah, wish me luck, you guys. That the job goes smoothly. Job goes smoothly. So yeah, coming around for Aliveus Duke no more. I gotta start earning What field industry you work in? Well, for me, well to be fair, I did major in IT, but I got a job elsewhere, and I teach English now. I mean, that goes to show. I mean, that goes to show. So yeah. So yeah, I'll be a teacher. I'll be a teacher. I start next month. Well, I start next month. So yeah. So yeah. Yep. Teacher too. Well, we aren't. Looks like we aren't so different. Looks like we aren't so different, you and I. But yeah. But I also studied something else. True. Yeah. True. So yeah. True. I also true. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. Life do be like that. Life doesn't go according to plan. But sometimes you just adapt. Be resilient. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Bear Grylls. When did Bear Grylls say that for that meme, man? Again, as I've said. Say you definitely have the English skills. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I mean, people have been saying that, but yeah. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I mean, I gotta use my English skills in the real world, you know? I can't just be using it for my family and for streaming for like my entire life. So I thought I'd do something beneficial with it. Can almost hear a NJ. What's an NJ? New Jersey? New Jersey? I haven't been to New Jersey. Like, unironically, so yeah. New Jersey. I mean, people say I have an accent, but I think my accent is like New Jersey. I know. I have like people say I have an accent, but my accent is like just random. My accent is just absolutely random. It's just random. Mostly because I base my accents on like not where I've been to when I used to be abroad, but rather just from movies and stuff. It's kind of funny. I mean, that's literally how I like get so smooth in English. Is that I just copy from movies and stuff. Because, by the way, that's actually a pretty effective way to learn like English. Is literally do it from like movies and games. Like that can actually help you. Like learn English faster. Surprisingly, that is an actual thing you can do. I'm from NC, but because I've been here for 12 years, I have been told I'm losing it. My accent, yep. That's natural, you know. That's natural that once you live in like a certain country for so long, you tend to lose the accent of your native tongue. I've also just been noticing that lately. Like noticing that. So yeah, you lose accents over time. That's a thing. That's like completely natural, right? You've been spending so long in a different country that you've been living so long in a certain country that you tend to pick up that country's accent and begin to lose yours. That is completely normal. But yeah. Yeah. Man, trash taste. Trash taste is it. I don't know. I would say trash taste. I mean, I haven't watched trash taste lately. I mean, to be fair, I've been like using Trash Taste and only been like watching the specials lately. I haven't watched the podcast in a long time. Mostly because Trash Taste hasn't talked about what's it called? Hasn't talked about anime in such a long time. That's the thing. Like Trash Taste hasn't been talking about anime for like a long time, so that's why I kind of stopped like watching Trash Taste and really only watching their specials. And really only been like watching the specials, you know. Oh yeah, man. I don't know. Trash Taste, like there's a lot of controversy regarding Trash Taste. Like it's not really funny. I mean, to be fair, it's like I mean, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. That's why I wanted to like. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is out. I'm not getting it because I can't afford it. Wait, how much is Monster Hunter Wilds again? I gotta check. Hang on. How much is Monster Hunter Wilds? It's gotta be expensive, right? Monster Hunter Wilds is 869,000 IDR. Yeah, that's expensive. That's expensive. So yeah. That's expensive. So yeah. A lot of expensive stuff. Let's see. Let me check my wish list. Anything that grabs my attention that is on what's it called? That is on sale. So far nothing on sale lately. Nothing on sale lately. Ooh, Space Marine Among. Never watched it, but I used to watch Joey's GF channel when he mostly covered anime. Oh, you mean Aki, right? Yeah, Aki Dearest. Yeah, Aki Dearest. Aki Dearest is. I haven't been watching a lot of Aki. Again, I've been watching a lot of the Trash Taste guys lately, because I mean I watch Connor. Connor is by far the only one I watch consistently, because I do love his stuff. Like, you know, when he live stream himself going like all over Japan on a bike. I like that video actually. It's very, very wholesome, and it's just like that takes guts to go across an entire country on a bicycle. Like, that is nuts. But yeah, Akidiras, I haven't like, again, I haven't watched the Trash Taste guys yet. Like, I don't know why they are actively straying away from anime. Like, I feel like that's what they're doing. Like, even Trash Taste, the podcast itself, is like not really talking about much about anime anymore, which is what there originally was. Like, I prefer the early days of Trash Taste because they are an anime podcast, but nowadays they barely talk about anime. Like, it's mostly just random stuff about Japan, which is good. But man, I definitely miss the Trash Taste early days. When they used to talk about anime, because that's the joke of their title. That's the origin of the Trash Taste name. Is you have Trash Taste and anime. They barely talk about anime, which is kind of weird. Why they're straying away from anime. Ooh. How long have I been live? An hour. Yeah, an hour. So I may only spare like what, 10 to 20 minutes. Like, again, this isn't gonna be long, because, you know, I gotta sleep early, gotta wake up at 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. every morning. So yeah, cannot sleep too late, or else I just have no energy at all, like all day. And I kind of want some energy. So yeah, I thought this was January. Never mind. So yeah, let's see. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, there's some new games out. So yeah, Let's see. What games that I'm interested in right now? There's a new like multiplayer game called The Headliners, which is like a combination of like. It was awesome finally catching your stream. Hey, thank you, Big Mike. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you for coming. Really. Oh yeah, Darker Tides should be releasing this, right? Release 7th March tomorrow. Ooh, there's a new horror game coming out tomorrow. Nice. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's coming out. I am literally browsing my wish list right now. Also because I just want to know all about the games that are out and coming out. Oh yeah. There's a new horror game coming out tomorrow. Hopefully anyway. But yeah, hopefully anyway. Oh yeah. Just waiting on this dinosaur horror game that I've been excited for. It's called Aliveus. I'm excited to do it because it features like from the trailers, it features like scientifically accurate dinosaurs, and I want to see that. Like honestly, dinosaurs and horror is such an underrated combo because the original Jurassic Park novel is horror, like sci-fi horror. Like it only became sci-fi adventure because of the movies, but in the original book, Jurassic Park was sci-fi horror. So yeah, I'm surprised nobody has done like a proper dinosaur horror game. But it looks like this game that I wishlist called Paleophage is actually looking like really neat. Like man, these scientifically accurate dinosaurs actually look scary. Like people say that scientifically accurate dinosaurs are scary because they're like really silly, but with the proper lighting and the proper moment, they look terrifying. I mean, let's think about it, right? Like a T in modern reconstruction is like more bird-like and less Jurassic Park style T-Rex, but that is still terrifying. Like imagine like ostriches are pretty big. Imagine an ostrich the size of a bus and has teeth. That is still scary. Like people say that scientifically accurate dinosaurs are not scary. Can you imagine an ostrich the size of a bus that has teeth and can run you down? That is terrifying. That is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. I do not want to mess with an ostrich the size of a bus charging at me with teeth. No thank you. That is still scary. Like, I think it's because, again, they look more like regular animals, but that's exactly what makes them scary. Like, you have to think about it, is that these creatures were at the smallest. I mean, technically their size, but what I'm saying is that the big dinosaurs are the size of a car. That's the smallest size. That's the size of a car. That's still pretty big, and that's something I don't want to mess with. Honestly, wouldn't even mess with a normal size. Like, you would not mess with you would not mess with an ostrich that's normal size. Imagine one the size of a bus. No thank you. No thank you. I mean, yeah. No thank you. Like, you don't want to mess with normal size ostrich. Try to mess with one that's the size of a bus. No thank you. I mean, yeah. I mean, these screenshots, like this game, Paleophage, looks really good. Like, whoever was in charge of taking screen caps from the game of this horror game dinosaur, they know what they're doing, because even these screenshots looks impressive, not gonna lie. Like, they really do illustrate. Like, if you want me to show you, right, hang on, and maybe I can show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you, but let me show you. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Actually, no screenshots. I'm just gonna share the thing. I'm just gonna share what I'm looking at. Let me go back here. I'm just gonna share what I'm looking at here, right? So, window capture, Steam, window capture Steam. Is that showing up right now? Not exactly sure. Oh, it's on. I hit it. Duh. I hit it. Duh. Wait, no. Steam. Steam. There we go. Is that showing up now? Is that showing up now? Okay, there we go. I mean, look at this framing. Like, look at this framing. Like, wait, can I go full screen? No. There we go. Ta-da! That is scary. Yeah, that is scary. You want to tell me that a scientifically accurate T-Rex is not scary? Present to you this. If that's not scary, I don't know what is, because yeah, I'm not messing with that. Like, whoever was in charge of this game's like screen capture really nails the horror. Like, that staring you down the hallway, no thank you. Like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't want to mess with that. Like, even if that's just like a museum prop, if I see that from the darkness of a museum corridor, no, I'm out. I'm out. I'm visiting that museum. I mean, at night. I visit during the day, but I'm not visiting at night if I see that thing staring back at me down a hallway. Like, no, no, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Like, if I were to go to a museum at night and I see that thing staring down at me from a hallway, absolutely not. I'm not. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna visit during the daytime. Like, yeah, no, no. Next. This time it's pretty typical. You know, I think that's an acid. But yeah, this one is pretty typical. Now this one with the dimorphodons, pretty typical, not that scary. It's like Resident Evil esque. I mean the whole premise is Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. That now that is that's good. Now this one illustrates like again, whoever was in charge of the screen caps knows how to capture great angles, right? Because if you people say that a T Rex is huge, how did it hunt without being super obvious? I think this photo would prove to you how they hunted, because yeah, this is legit how T Rex would hunt. They're ambush predators. Like they would hide in the bushes, wait for something to get too close, and then just strike. That that is good. Like this is masterful screenshotting. Like whoever was in charge of making these screenshots, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But yeah, this is like again the implications here is terrifying. Like you don't notice the T Rex is behind you until it's way too late. Like T Rexes don't just stomp around like Jurassic Park would have you believe. They would try to be as silent as possible, despite their huge size. So yeah, again, that's terrifying. Okay, now this one's a nice shot of a Styracosaurus. Again, this is kind of scary. Imagine that just charging at you. I mean, people are pretty scared of rhinos already. Have a rhino that's covered in spikes. Yeah, that's scary. I don't know what the context of this one though, but yeah. Now that is epic. This is not scary. This is epic, but I mean, it would be scary if you're that guy. But I mean, this is kind of epic. This is kind of like an epic screenshot. Not gonna lie, with the Spinosaurus just trying to eat him. This is an epic screenshot. Not as scary unless you're that guy, but yeah. Here we have a hallway shot, and we have that. Here we go. Scientifically accurate raptors. Despite their feathers, that is still scary. Like again, take an ostrich. Like ostriches, and take an ostrich, give it teeth. You're gonna be terrified. I mean, basically, ostriches are basically just modern day dromaeosaurs if you think about it. Like, especially the cassowary. Like, cassowaries will kick you. Like, cassowaries will kick you. Like, cassowaries pretty much is a modern day dromaeosaur if you think about it. If you think about it, a cassowary is pretty much a modern day dromaeosaur. It's a modern day raptor for all things considered. For all things considered, um, a cassowary is a raptor, just with a beak instead of teeth. So yeah, imagine that. Here we have. Ooh, again. If you were stared down by that, I don't think you want to mess with that. Like cassowaries in real life are already bad enough. One that has teeth and sees you as prey. Yeah. Also, I'm noticing a bit of a glitch here. Like, it's kind of funny. This is probably a 3D glitch, but that sickle claw. I literally just noticed. I never saw this screenshot in like I never saw this screenshot in full detail, but that sickle claw, that needs work. That is a 3D modeling glitch right there. That sickle claw needs some serious work on meshing there, buddy. Like developers of this game, if you come across this live stream, here's a tip: fix that sickle claw. Cause that is so that looks like a feather, but no, that is the sickle claw. And yeah, that might need fixing. Not gonna lie, that definitely needs fixing on the animation department. That needs fixing on the animation department there. That sickle claw. Right, what do we got here? Now that is also scary. Now this is back to scary mode with the Ceratosaurus being covered in blood. There's a corpse there, and it's just showing like again that that is actually scary. Like seeing that as you turn on your flashlight and it stares back at you. I'm a nope out of there, chief. I'm a nope out of there, chief. So yeah, this is great stuff here. This is like great stuff here. Like again, like despite the silliness of this screenshot because of that animation error on the sickle claw here, it's back to scary mode with this guy just staring back at you. Again, whoever was in charge of framing the screenshots, they nailed it. Like there's a few exceptions, like this one, again, the silly animation error sickle claw going on there. But even that, like the raptor looks amazing. Like despite the modeling error with the sickle claw there, this with the sickle claw it's very well modeled raptor. Like it's very a mix between Jurassic Park style and the feather. Like obviously the scientifically accurate raptors they would have a much more pronounced like bird like snout. I mean this is meant to be a Utah, right? This is either a Utah raptor or Deinonychus, but judging from its size, I think this is meant to be a Utah raptor. I think this is meant to be a Utah raptor, which is my favorite raptor. Which is my favorite raptor is the Utah raptor. So this looks like a Utah raptor. It could be a Deinonychus, but it could be Deinonychus if you were to compare sizes between the human and the raptor. But I think this is meant to be Utah raptor. It's very well modeled. I like the feathers; they're very well, and I like the color scheme as well. This whole like coat of brown and white. It makes sense in this environment, right? So yeah, they actually did really well in the feather coloring. And the Spinosaurus, obviously scientifically accurate Spinosaurus, still it looks impressive. Like this screenshot is just a silhouette, obviously because of the framing, but honestly, very well modeled. Like people say that scientifically accurate Spinosaurus looks ridiculous. It looks like it was like a giant crocodile. But then again, the amount of people that have died to crocodiles is not exactly small. So having it being an oversized crocodile makes sense. Makes sense. And then Styracosaurus looks pretty okay. Although his feet is kind of small, now that I look at it. Now that I look at it, the feet is kind of small. It's like little hooves. What's your favorite dinosaur? I would say either a Spinosaurus or Utah Raptor. It's either of those two. Or Allosaurus. There's a lot of dinosaurs I like, to be honest. It's very hard to decide. I'm a dinosaur person ever since I was a kid, so I kind of like all dinosaurs. But I think it's still the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is still my all-time favorite. Even after the changes he got in 2020s, he still looks pretty cool. I mean, now with Rebirth, now with World Rebirth showing the new Spinosaurus, I get to like Spinosaurus again. So yeah, it's still Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus still my favorite. Spinosaurus absolutely still my favorite. Let's see. So yeah, now that I look at it, this guy's like feet proportions is now a little off. Unless I haven't been catching up on my Styracosaurus research yet. Okay, this guy with the T-Rex again, terrifying. Implication is very scary. I like it. I love the composition of the screenshot. Dimorphodons, not really know a lot about pterosaurs. The Dimorphodons, not really know too much about Dimorphodons, but it is pretty cool. Again, still, the best screenshot is this one. This one is still, in my opinion, the best screenshot ever. Like, again, you see that staring down the hallway, you would nope out. Like, even if that was supposed to be like a museum statue, you see that at night, staring down at you, you would understand why he is the top predator. You would now just begin to understand why everybody fears the Tyrant Lizard King. No, most people would nope out. Like most dinosaurs would nope out the moment they see that. The moment they see that. So yeah, this is still my favorite screenshot in this game. It's just that. That is just staring into your soul. That's what's scary, is the fact that it's staring into your soul. It is actively staring into your soul. That's what's so scary about it. It is like actively staring into your soul. Like there is no soul behind those eyes. Those are the eyes of something that wants to eat you alive. That's good. Like whoever framed this screenshot, kudos to you. This is the best one in this entire game. This is the best one in this entire game. I think that's enough. That's enough messing around my Steam, my Steam profiles here. That's enough messing around my Steam. But yeah. I want to see this game, honestly. See this game come to fruition, because honestly, dinosaurs and horror goes really well together. Because again, as I've said, the original Jurassic Park is sci-fi horror. Like it only became sci-fi adventure after the first movie. It only became like sci-fi adventure after the first movie, but after the first movie, but the book is still sci-fi horror. But the book is still sci-fi horror. But yeah, the book is still sci-fi horror. So yeah. Okay, what else is... So yeah. What else should I talk about? I think that's kind of it that I can talk about, really. That I can really talk about, really. Let's see. That I can talk about, really. Deep Rock Galactic just had its 7th anniversary. So maybe I should play that sometime soon. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah. But I think that's really all I can really do in this stream, to be honest. Like I am getting pretty tired. My voice is getting a little bit thin. My voice is running out, I'm not gonna lie. Because I don't know, today is like one of those days that just makes you like really thirsty. So I think I really shouldn't push it, because it's already 10:41, and because I have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. again, I should probably not stream for too long. So that's an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, not 30 minutes, not bad. So yeah, I'm still experimenting on what time is the best for me to start streaming during Ramadan, because I don't have a lot of time at night due to the fact that, well, you know, I don't have much time because I have to, I have to do Tarawih, and after that there's not really much time. Like at most I'm gonna get an hour before I have to sleep. So yeah. So I may stream during the day, but I'm not sure. Again, I'm gonna have to do more experimentation on. But then again, the problem is that streaming does make me thirsty, because when you're streaming you talk a lot and you can't drink all day. So again, I'm gonna experiment just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to start experimenting, really. Experimenting. But I think the best time might be just 9 p.m. like today. Again, still experimenting, but hey, I'm still having fun. But I think I'm just gonna end it here. Don't really want to push it. Don't really want to push too late. So I'm just gonna end it here. So thank you guys so much for joining this reflecting stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the stream, please give it a like. Feel free to subscribe as well. Your support is always much appreciated. Follow my Twitter and Blue Sky if you want to keep updated on what I'm up to outside of streaming. And if you want, you can, you join my Discord server if you want to, hang out, chat a little bit, and maybe game together if I have time. If I decide to do like a surprise collab, and you can join in at any time, I do that. So if you're interested, go ahead. But yeah, all relevant links will be in the description. Down below. Just click on any URLs. Just click on the URLs there, or blue text, or however it goes up in your feed. But yeah, all relevant links description down below. And once again, thank you guys so much for joining. Happy Ramadan to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.